Okay, well, while I figure that out... Hello, ogres, and welcome to Stand for the Fire Demon.
Woo!
My mic was way too hot, so hopefully you aren't all deaf now. And there you go.
Don't eat the mic.
Don't eat the
mic.
Well, yeah, eat the mic. Eat it. Eat it hard. Don't eat it because this one's a condenser microphone, and you don't eat a condenser microphone. What you do eat is a dynamic microphone. That's something for all you nerds out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you could eat a condenser microphone if you wanted to.
Yeah, if you wanted to, like, fucking...
I like my microphones with a side of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's that guy that ate an airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy ate an airplane once.
What? A whole airplane?
Yeah,
there's a guy that ate an airplane. It's not even a joke.
No way. I love it.
That's a true thing that happened.
I love it.
All right.
Which airplane did it say?
Probably. I don't know. But
So,
I mean, it probably did say which airplane.
If things are a little funky, it looks like my internet's just being dumb. So if it dips in and out, just bear with it. Or
just
don't.
Deal with it.
Just deal with it.
We're only playing for like an hour.
Yeah.
Just ask us stuff.
Ask us the things. Like it wasn't bringing up my fucking... It's not bringing up my character sheet, which is crazy. Shareable link.
I tell you the crazy story while he's loading the crazy story with how good the gas mileage was getting back.
Story.
Did I lock up?
Tell us.
With how good the gas mileage I got coming back home.
Go ahead.
No, tell us.
I made it from the gas station up in Pennsylvania, and I could have made it to my apartment on one whole tank. I could have made it all the way to my house, but I just stopped. I stopped at the BP in town because I didn't. There's not really a gas station between there and anything else, and I was. It was like, you have 60 miles until you're empty. It's sitting there like hovering just below a quarter. I'm like, nah, I think I'll get gas.
Yeah.
Running out of gas is like a nightmare.
It was almost 600 miles on a single tank.
All right.
Jeez.
That's nuts.
So, our intro. Our heroes have made their way out of the astral plane, having retrieved their quarry, an Eladrin bard of some renown named Ailas Farlamin-Morlé. He was found studying some crystals in the astral archives that contain memories clearing his husband Tegan-Morlé of all crimes against the state. While the Vipers were in the archives, they also met the undead remains of the last Marathi Azathor. Ailas interrupted... Oh, I saw the chat go off. Thanks, Meaty. Threw me out. Ailas interrupted his monologuing with a feeble mind spell and retrieved the other half of what he came to the archives for, Azathor's preserved heart. Now the Vipers plus Ailas have returned to Helens, the city housing the Mages Guild on the continent of Avran, which I spelled wrong in the description. Yeah. They have appeared back precisely where they left, in a cabin owned by the professor of divination, Linnaeus Featherwhistle. First paragraph, I want to change all crimes against the state to all crimes against the kingdoms of Pyrrha.
Yes, thank you for reading that, Remington. Thank you for reading that note.
You know you can edit shit.
Well, I assumed you would read it before now. I assumed you would at least skim it.
Nope. I cold read everything. You know this.
Yeah.
We cold read, dog.
Apparently.
Right, fuck it, we do it live.
Yeah, fuck it, we're doing it live. So you guys come to, and you're in a cabin, a wooden cabin. This is where everybody teleported to the astral plane. Xoasin, you and Ptyrl were laying in beds, and astral projected there with your brains.
Oh,
yeah, we were.
We can get rid of these status effects now, right?
Yes.
We were laying in beds together.
I don't even know how to do it.
You're in separate beds. You're not in the same beds. Unless Xoasin, you
well,
wake
but
up
we're
first.
in beds
Yeah.
together.
You
Both
wake up.
of us are in beds
You wake
together.
up first, so you can ostensibly crawl into bed with Ptyrl if you want to wake him up.
Yeah,
But
please.
you guys, okay, yeah.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Bucky and Ailas, you guys appear within the center of this circle that was keeping the teleportation active, and the circle shatters. You guys are back in the flesh, and one of the beds that was being used is hurled against the wall in the ensuing magical force. There's nobody in the room. There's no Skeel here. Last you guys knew, Skeel was supposed to be guarding your bodies. Xoasin was very clear to say Skeel guard the bodies. Or guard our bodies while we're in the astral plane. But Skeel is not here.
Well, this can't be good.
Is there a problem with Skeel? I wonder if I have I wish I had a locate spell. That would be nice.
You have a bird.
I have a cat. A black cat.
Oh,
I have you.
Forgot about
you
that cat.
Yeah, you're a bird. Yeah, I leave him pretty much in the astral realm to play and hunt mice, but
pretty much
every now and then I call Nell forth.
I completely forgot about that adventuring cat.
Yeah.
Yep, it's my familiar.
Hasn't done a whole lot of adventuring.
That's the thing about a wizard with. That's the thing about a wizard with an astral cat is, it's best to leave that cat as an X factor. You never know when it can come in handy.
It's true. You never know.
How do we get rid of the wings and stuff?
I got it.
I don't know what the little spiral thing next to me is.
If you right click, if you right click and do assign status effects, which is the middle one, you can just click clear all and it'll get rid of everything.
Okay, so you are still technically cursed until you take a long rest. You guys haven't long rested yet.
Oh, what was I cursed with? I forget.
We took some damage that kept us from healing all the way.
Yes.
Oh, I think I missed that session.
Yeah,
that was the last of the combat session. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys are in this room. There are boxes that looks like this room was like a cabin used for storage, and the boxes have been pushed to the sides and then kind of hastily made up to be a teleportation room. There is an exit to the northwest, a doorway, and it doesn't look like there's any windows, I don't think.
Nope.
I don't see any on my map.
Okay.
If I click on myself, all I can see is the room we're in.
And the door?
And the door.
And the door. I do see the door.
All right.
Well,
so you don't know what time it is or date or anything. Wait.
Well, my dear fellows, it seems that,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Check.
Yep.
Check 1, 2.
Can you hear us?
There we
I'm
go.
gonna say no. I'm gonna say that's a no.
Yeah.
No, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're good. Sorry, it took me a moment.
No worries.
I'm in now. I'm in the computer. I can actually be on map and everything and video in 1 second.
Okay.
Sweet.
Good.
So,
The whole gang's here, except for
we're in
Bucky,
this room.
you know.
We're in this room, right? The room of what was his name? Fairy whistle.
Linnaeus
Feather Whistle.
Feather Whistle.
Feather
These little
whistle.
owl folk.
Okay, so Ailas,
Yes.
are you going to deliver that artifact henceforth, or are we going to hold it for a moment?
Oh, no. Feather Whistle needs this immediately. We also...
Did he tell you what for?
He is, how you say, tapped into the universe, multiverse.
The weave of magic?
Yes. More along
Quite a
the
grotesque thing.
While this is
religious side.
While this is very important conversation, There was supposed to be a companion here watching over us as
yes,
we were...
I know. I was getting to that.
Okay.
Hold your horses, Birdman.
I don't use a horse.
Birdman!
But I don't use a horse.
Did
That's
you get
because
that
you're
thing he
focused.
sent you?
So, do we send out a search party for Skeel? Or?
I believe that if we find Linnaeus, we may be able to either find Skeel or perhaps find what happened to him. It's odd that they're not here, for sure.
Very.
But there could have been some sort of emergency, and maybe they thought it was safe enough to leave us here.
Let's check the rest of the estate then, I guess.
Indeed.
I'll follow your lead.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and go out the door.
The door opened.
All right. Oh. Let me pull up. I have my notes everywhere.
Everywhere.
I got my notes everywhere. All right. So as you step outside of the cabin storage area, you can see trees all around you, mostly like bare trees. Ailas, where you're heading, it looks like these boxes have been pushed out, probably to make room for some of these beds. You see ahead of you, let me click on you to see what you can see. A big campfire, like 15 by 15 foot campfire.
Outside?
Yes.
Yes.
With
We're
tents,
outside now.
Yeah, with some tents around it. You guys were in like a one-room cabin.
Can you drop the link for Forge for me? I don't believe I have it saved.
Yeah. Give me one seckie. Give baby one seckie.
One baby seckie.
Nope.
Leave it in. I want everybody to know that I talk to Ethan like a baby.
One baby seckie, please.
One baby seckie, I winky.
It's a good thing that fire is there and not in a few of those canvas buildings. Because otherwise that fire would be intense.
Wow.
Alright, link to this.
Sheer hubris.
There we go. Now everybody's in the right place.
How do I get the link to
It's kind of
this?
kind of like how you can't run through a campsite. You can only ran because it's past tense.
Never mind. I have it, Brandon. Disregard.
That's tense. So terrible. It is a little bit past noon right now, so the sun is shining. It's supposed to be snowing, but it's not. The animation did not work for whatever reason, so it didn't save. That's why. Save change.
It's snowing! It's snowing! Hey, everybody! It's snowing!
Ailas loves the snow.
Guys! It's snowing!
Now we just need to turn on some faucets and let them run.
Just let them drip a
Classic
little.
Ailas.
Alright, I'm gonna start carefully making my way through these boxes.
Okay.
I'm going to follow.
Are you trying to do it stealthily?
Yeah, we'll keep it a little stealthy because we don't know what's around the corner.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception if you've left. Xoasin, are you wanting to follow as well?
Yes, I would like to follow as well. I'm just signing into the game currently.
Okay, I put you behind them.
Yeah. Oh, login successful. Game joined.
Sequencer
Loading,
remains
downloading.
open, free, and regularly updated.
Hacking into the mainframe.
You're in.
I forget how to open my character sheet.
If you hover over the top left-hand side where the little drop-down bars are, go to Attributes, and you can click on it from right there. It's
Or
a
you
little.
can double-click on your picture.
You double-click on yourself.
And we're doing a stealth.
Or hit C. Perception check is what he
Yes.
said, but stealth
Stealth
is
and perception.
Okay, well, here's my stealth.
It's going to be 30,000.
Close enough.
20
And-
million.
Perception.
You rolled about as good as I did.
I don't see shit.
All right, Xoasin, do you want to roll me a stealth as well? Or
Plus 5 plus
I
0.
would like to.
What is that
allow
plus
me-
0 from?
I'll be right back.
Plus 5, plus 0, plus 5. Damn it, cat. She's like hitting buttons on my keyboard. The balls on this cat. On this.
How do I? I'm in the pop out thing, and I don't know how to get into the character sheet.
Hit C.
Okay, all right. Come on.
It is not C.
Come on.
Yes, it is.
Not for me.
I mean, they're all global, so I don't know why your C isn't working. Double click on your character sheet. Or
On my character? No, that's
person.
not working either.
Then restart. Hit F5.
Reloading. Regardless, you guys are pretty fucking sneaky.
We're
As
not
far
going
as-
digital day, boys. We're doing a metal set.
Metal set.
My brother bought me this metal set about a year ago.
Nice.
Oh,
I've
that's-
got
I still have that.
7 plus what? Perception?
Yeah.
13 total. Metal.
I have the
Green
I have the metal set inside of the sword that you printed for me.
Hell yeah. And I would print you another sword if you wanted one.
Yeah, I mean this one was a failed print anyway.
We need to get back to dice daggers. I need to get
so
you a
who had the
really
highest? Ptyrl's good.
proper dice dagger.
Okay, so you guys are sneaking in between the crates and moving your way out of this cabin area, and you hear voices talking. You hear voices talking quietly, and they sound muffled as if they're wearing like scarves or something, like their faces are masked in some way.
Ninjutsu.
They're talking maybe from where you are, Ailas. You can barely see them peeking out. You should be able to right here. Right around the corner. Right here.
How do I move? Oh, okay. I can zoom and move. Well, no, I can't.
No, they have not noticed you guys.
How can I move the map again?
Right click and drag.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Thank you. All right.
You
they've
said
not
we're all
noticed us,
hidden?
And there's how many of us? How many of them?
It's a group of 3.
Hmm.
And then Ailas, from where you are, you can see this other group here as well. 4 more people.
Okay.
I'm going to look to Ptyrl and Ailas. I'm going to say, "It seems like trouble," and then I'm going to say, "Shira," and activate my displacement cloak and draw a rapier while I hold my staff.
It looks as if they have the owl masks on that Featherwhistle had, so they may be friendlies.
Best to be prepared.
I'll go out first.
I'll stay back.
You guys stay hidden.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Do I need to roll to hide?
You and Ptyrl have stayed back like 10 feet from where Ailas is. Ailas would need to roll another hide if he moved any further, but where you guys are, you're good. Unless Ailas pulls people towards you. You're kind of like around a corner right now.
Will we be able to hear the conversation, or do I need to move up and stealth for that?
You'll probably need to stealth up to hear the conversation on their end. Ailas, I'm sure, could project enough for you to hear his side.
Okay,
So
I'm going
Ailas
to do that, yeah.
jumps up on the box
Aha!
in a flourish, jumps up on the box and dusts himself off. Oh, goodness gracious. What a terrible ordeal teleporting is. Gentlemen, I call out to the owl folk. Where is Where is Professor Linnaeus?
They all like kind of lean in, and their little owl masks, they almost act owl-like, even though you can tell that these are humanoid figures in owl masks.
Mm-hmm.
Their movements are mimicking owls in some way. And then they point to the building behind them here on the map.
And could you please be so kind as to tell me where Skeel is. He was supposed to be protecting the other bodies, but there's nothing in here. I was the only one who came through.
They confer again for a moment, and then they point to the thing again, to where Linnaeus is, to his house, and then one of the three walks up to you quietly through the snow, up towards the box, and looks up at you through the owl mask, and then they say in like a very flat voice, the machine that he was with, it looked like it was going to explode. He got very scared and said it was too cold, so he took it back to the college.
I do believe they said something like that. Interesting. Very good.
Would you like us to get some tea ready for you?
Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
They skitter away. And then this one here, I'm going to move.
So I ran into a problem.
What's that?
Refreshing is now giving me your world takes forever to load. I've been sitting here refreshing it the whole time.
Well, don't mass refresh it. Just give it a few minutes to finish loading. If after like 5 minutes or something it doesn't load, then try it again. But don't rush it.
That's what I would do. I had to refresh once and I just let it go. But it did take about 5 minutes.
All right,
Also, I'm going to move up with him since they seem friendly. I'm going to go ahead and...
Yeah, you heard Ailas' side of the conversation at least.
Yeah, I will follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
this
really...
is what my screen looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And how I'm telling you that it's blowing up these NPCs to keep size for some reason. And I don't know why it's driving me insane. Like, I have to click on... If I click on them, they're normal. But as soon as I click away, they go back to mega size.
That's super weird.
It's only you.
Yeah, I know. It's only me, and it's driving me insane.
It's only you.
I'm going to deactivate my cloak and put my rapier away and just hold my hood up over my cloak because it's cold out here.
Yeah, you guys are not dressed for the cold still.
I'm going to trudge to
because you've kind of teleported from place to place and have just been in the snow. Even though in real life we've been playing in the snow for 6 months now, you guys have actually been there for not nearly as long. But you are not dressed for the snow, and it's very cold.
I mean, I've got robes and a cloak and clothes on, so I'm not terribly frozen, am I?
Yeah, I guess that's true. You are wearing lots of robes.
Didn't you say that the snow around here didn't actually affect the weather, and it was a magical snow?
It is a magical snow, but it does affect the weather.
Still cold.
It's from a magical mishap from like hundreds of years ago. Because the rest of this continent is like, imagine arid Africa as far as like savannas and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just the area, Helen's in the surrounding area because of a magical mishap is all snow.
I love it.
Okay.
It's desert snow.
I will go ahead and continue forward.
Okay, so what you see is a very small homestead. There's a stone wall around a little stone house. It's 1 story. You can see... I'm going to move these people fucking over here because they're driving me nuts. They can be giant in the house together.
Or a pirate with a steering wheel in his pants.
Yarr! It's driving me nuts.
It's driving me nuts.
Have you tried deleting it and then put it back in?
Yeah, but I'd have to like I'd have to find the picture again because it doesn't save the picture, and it's just... They were there for flavor anyway. If you guys start a fight with them and actually fight them, I have a different monster for them, so...
Okay.
They're gonna hide in the cabin together. There's all 8 of them smooching. Okay, so what you see, it is like I said, a little afternoon. You've got the stone wall here. There's like flowers growing on it. It seems out of place. And then past that, you can see towards the front door here, there's a lamp set out front. It turns to a cobblestone, like a mossy cobblestone path, but there's still a lot of snow. And then up in the corner here this way, you can see what looks like an altar or something. and you can hear the pleasant bleating sounds of sheep and a goat.
Nice. I'm going to go up and knock briskly on the door.
I am going to follow.
I will also follow.
All right. You hear scuttling behind the doorway for a moment, and then it is flung open, and you see Professor Linnaeus Featherwhistle. Little owl folk wearing owl clothing, feathered owl clothing. And he answers the door, and he gives a pleasant hoot, and he says, Ailas, hoot hoot, you're back.
I am indeed, sir. And I produce the heart jar from my cloak. In a flourish. Flourish is going to be my favorite word for Ailas.
Right to the point, hoot hoot, I love it.
Indeed.
He reaches out, and his owl eyes, which are already big, get even wider as he looks at it. Because, I mean, this vase is still, it's a jar that holds a human heart or a human-ish heart. So it's still like this big.
Can I roll on this? I'd like to roll an Arcana to see what he might be needing. I mean, my main concern is, does he want to turn himself into some sort of deathless being?
To fill you in on the story, Linnaeus asked me to grab this heart because he had a vision. Because he's, was he a cleric?
He is the professor of divination.
Yeah, he's a divination professor.
Actually, I just do this in character. I asked this question out loud. Do you need this heart to become a deathless creature?
Hoot, 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 hoot. No, of course not. I need it to give to Istis, the goddess. We're using a ritual. I saw it in a dream. I'm going to use this as a ritual to reach far into the past. I believe that this mummy's heart came from the forgotten continent of Marathis, hoot hoot. I'm going to reach into the past and see if there's anything I can control with the visions that I'm seeing now.
Fun fact, you are correct, sir.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah. He most certainly did come from there.
This is the last king of Marathis, Azathor, who was a very evil gent. Before I feeble-minded him...
Feeble-minded?
really fucked up that fight.
So he may come after us in 30 days or so, but...
if he passes, but he won't.
He motions for you guys to walk inside as he's talking as well. And he hops up on a little perch. Because he is, even though he looks like human size, he's technically a small-sized creature. So he's about the size of a halfling. He hops up on a perch.
So I'll walk in and make myself comfortable on the settee. I'll sit down and put my feet up.
You just move me to wherever looks good for... I'll perch next to him.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Our other feathered friend here actually might have a better location of the lost continent if you ask him nicely. And I'll look to Ptyrl.
But first, Professor,
you have a little globe.
Where is Skeel and Spidey?
Oh, the little arachnid folk. He took the spider to the conjuration department. There's a professor there who specializes in summoning golems and things of that nature. Hoot hoot.
Ah, very good. We were concerned when he wasn't there when we arrived.
Understandably, he left a few days ago, maybe.
How long were we in there?
About a week. 6 days.
Oh. There is no time passage in the astral plane, as you may be aware.
But to go back to your original question, Xoasin, this is as part of a ritual to gaze into the past, to hopefully make some sense of the visions that I've been having and the going-ons thereafter.
So are you planning a trip to the Lost Continent?
If I had a way to get to the Lost Continent, if I knew where the Lost Continent was, I probably wouldn't go myself. I'm far too important. I'm far too important here, but I would certainly pay if there was a way for anybody to go to the Lost Continent. I would certainly pay.
I mean, you would probably value the location, the information of the location of the continent pretty high, wouldn't you?
If you're saying that you have information on the continent, I would prize that higher than any other information I have available
because
to me.
we are a special operations group that work off of the kind donations of the patrons that we work for, other than the king, which, as you know, we have an issue with at the moment. But we have information per se, but it may come at a relatively small cost. A relative.
This is very interesting.
What?
It is completely friggin' desynced.
You're like zooming all around. You've been
everyone's tokens are outside.
Nah.
Oh, weird. No, we're all hanging out inside. You're right by the professor.
I know. I was watching. I was looking on stream.
Oh, okay.
And I showed everyone's tokens inside, but all my tokens are outside.
It really is divination time.
So, what I'm saying is, for a price, and not necessarily just in gold, we actually need some help. More a favor for a favor, if you're interested.
I would definitely be interested. For any information you had on the Lost Continent, of course.
Well, Ailas and us as a whole have a problem that I'm sure you know of. And any assistance you could give us in getting to the location and clearing his husband's name would be absolutely helpful.
Oh, yes.
And I think a fair trade for the information that we have.
Farlamin-Morlé, one of Orkinray, one of yours striking vipers. Hoot hoot. He is currently held at Wraithmoor on the continent of Fingray, one of the hardest prisons in the entire world of Simandor, second only to the Crystal City in Orkinray. If you want,
I expected you to say his head had been separated from his shoulders.
I've kept an eye on him as a favor to Ailas in partial payment for getting this, and he motions to the table where the heart has been placed upon the jar. And partial payment, and he says, Tegan is surviving well. There are certain things that we do not know. As far as where he's being kept, I don't know the specific room. There are a lot of wards on Wraithmoor. But if you wanted to get Tegan, I could arrange something to get Tegan out within 3 days. It would be flashy, and it would probably put you at odds with the country that... It would put you at odds with Pyrrha. Because there would be no doubt we couldn't have our fingerprints or our prints on it. But
is there any way that we can appeal to the king? Didn't we save his son?
Oh, if that's the route you want to go, absolutely.
Well, just to have this as a definite contingency plan that we are ready to act on at a moment's notice, but maybe we could even send a representative of, not from our group, but for our group, to at least plead with the king before we go entirely rogue.
I believe the hard part about that will be getting past Ibicutio. Because nobody just goes directly to the king. They always go through several people before actually coming to the king.
So, Ailas, do you believe we should do a fancy jailbreak tonight?
I
Lizzie style?
Well,
as
it would
great
be.
hero Thin Lizzy once did?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but it would be 3 days hence.
Ailas, you recall the great hero from Pyrrha. They called him Thin Lizzy. He was a lizard folk. He and his
Very
gang of
slight
ne'er-do-wells
frame.
performed a jailbreak upon a night. You recall, don't tell me you've read the myths of Pyrrha.
Of course I have, but Thin Lizzy has a terrible reputation.
But
Although-
he is a fantastic bard.
He's kind of a dick.
I met him on the Bloodfields, and he could sing a song.
He
Yes,
most
a
certainly
dick,
can.
but-
He is a dick, though.
I believe he said tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak.
But, so, this is my question. Do we want to murder Ibacutio? I'll flat out say it. Or do we want to jailbreak tonight?
Again, we can't jailbreak tonight.
It's an expression, a Thin Lizzy expression. I thought we'd gone over this, Ailas. It's in the myths.
It would again take a few days for me to get the preparations together, yes. But I'm all for the jailbreak tonight. I love the
The
expression.
jailbreak tonight, yes, it's a common saying. And I don't know why Ailas is acting like this.
Very, very common. Everyone says it all the time.
It's used when you want to have a night out on the town or
Ethan, can
you
you
know,
move?
extract
Ethan,
your friend from the jail.
can you move your camera? Yeah, that way a little bit more. Yeah. Thank you.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know,
I honestly was only kind of half paying attention because I was making sure things were working.
So, I mean, we could murder Ibacutio and then try to reason with the king, or we could jailbreak tonight.
I mean,
as they say.
I'm down to murder Ibacutio. He's also a dick. Tegan wouldn't approve, but what he doesn't
figured
know won't hurt him.
Yes.
Didn't we already
well,
kill one of them anyway? Didn't we? Have
we
a
killed-
hand in.
You guys.
We're going to kill.
No, the Ibacutio's helper is dead.
Yeah.
Here's my
Okay,
question
so-
too: is there anything we can do? Any networks we can reach out to that might be able to get some dirt on Ibacutio to show Lord Interog that he has been working against his interests and trying to supplant his power by being a screen, if you will?
I pull out the crystals. You mean these?
Yes, I mean no.
Interesting.
What are those?
I keep forgetting Ethan hasn't been here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. You guys can catch up real fast.
All right, so
Give me
Ethan,
like 2 minutes.
we grabbed the mine crystals. They have all of the information that we need to clear Tegan. One of them implicates Ibacutio pretty heavily. I don't remember the exact.
In the plot to assassinate his 12-year-old son at the monastery.
There's a whole lot of shit in there.
I think that was it. When we were attacked. Do you remember the dragon fight where Ptyrl
Yes,
fell out of the
mhm.
sky?
Yeah.
Hold on one moment.
And I was turned to stone.
Lily, you okay?
Now let's see. Bloop. I can't tell because you're not on that screen.
What?
I was seeing if my tokens moved
Hang on.
properly on your screen now too.
There you go.
Waiting for it. There we go.
Okay, sorry about that. Don't have girls. They're very dramatic. Mariah walked out of the room and she started screaming like she was injured.
Yeah, well, that's not going to be an issue for me, so.
Yeah, well,
Let's
lucky
see here.
bastards. So, which route do you want to take, Ailas? It is your husband, after all. Although he is our comrade, and I desire very much to set him free, he is your mate, and it is up to you.
I don't think it'd be an issue for me to get to the king by myself. However, I don't know if that is a route we would want to take.
Yeah, once there, I don't know.
Another opportunity may present itself for us to get there as well. We could always have Linnaeus teleport us, or I keep wanting to call him Linnaeus.
Where do you want it? Where do you want to go? Henceforth is what I'm trying to get at. After this meeting with Linnaeus.
Professor, isn't there a solid teleportation circle that can take you other places in Helens?
There's the main teleportation circle where people teleport into Helens, yes.
I believe
you could take that.
Use that.
You could take that to some of the major cities. But you would need to know the code to use them.
Don't we have that?
Burp.
I have teleportation circle as a spell myself.
Yeah.
It is ready.
So what were you guys wanting to do exactly?
Okay, first,
if
remind us real quick what the mind crystals have in them.
The mind crystals.
The mind crystals.
My guess was
Thank you.
that it implicated Ibacutio in the attack on his son Thomas at the monastery. Wasn't that it?
So here's the quick rundown of what the memory shards were. Memory shard 1. Ibacutio meets the Spore Sovereign, who is like the head Myconid. He's talked to you guys a few times in your brains at this point, but you guys have not met him yet. Ibacutio meets the Spore Sovereign, who agrees to mind control the Queen of Orkenray. The intent of the Spores is to stoke her paranoia and anger, leading her to continue her war with the Kingdom of Ptyrl. So that's the first memory shard. There's more to it, but that's the main point, is that the Spore Sovereign agrees to mind control Queen Tico of Orkenray to continue to fight the war with Ptyrl.
That's a pretty sporing memory.
Sporing. You're sporing. Fuck you.
So he's a warmonger, and that's the first one.
Ibacutio is a lady, by the way.
Oh, she's
a gynosphinx.
It is the gynosphinx is a warmonger.
Memory shard 2 is Fareth explaining to his patron, because Fareth was a warlock, that they're going to assassinate the king's son Thomas. They are going to use a group of military personnel to deliver a surprise to the monastery of Istis, where Prince Thomas has been hidden. Their plan is to frame Orkenray by making it appear to be the queen's personal dragon attacking, with a cadre of hobgoblins and goblins.
Fareth is the one we killed. Had a hand in. Well, we killed it. We killed the imp.
Yeah.
He was already dead.
He said Fareth was dead, and you guys believed him. So Fareth is dead in your brains. Fareth reveals that he is afraid that Ibacutio will discover he has told the Fleshrender this information. Okay, that stuff doesn't matter as much. And then memory shard number 3 was them hiring Ibacutio and Fareth hiring a female halfling and an astral elf to deliver these memory shards to the astral archive. And then they were delivering this memory as well, so they would forget it completely. So presumably, even if presented, you would have to present somebody with these memory shards that would actually look at them, because as it stands now, like, these memories are no longer in Ibacutio and Fareth's brains. They're now trapped in these memory shards. It's not like they get to keep both of them. It's like you take your memory out and you put it in a shard, is how these work.
What happens if the shards break? The memories are lost forever, or they return to their owner?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably something you'd have to roll an Arcana for.
Well, I'd love to. May I?
Sure. Sweetly.
Well, I didn't do very well. The line is under the 6 part, so 6 plus 9, so 15 middling.
15? It would make sense if the memories would go back, but you don't know if the memories are able to be transferred like a product into something else, into a crystal, then the memories probably have some sort of substance to them. So to break the crystal here, if you're not close to them, might not do anything.
Right.
But if you're closer, there might be more opportunity for that memory to return to them if you're closer to them when you break the crystal, you know?
Yeah, I wonder if that would even be helpful, though.
Buckenwald,
Yes.
could you put these crystals in your bag of holding?
In my butt? I thought you were going to say, I'm Buckenwald. And then he, like, slaps his butt a couple times and he says, sure.
He would say that.
And he takes the shards and puts them in his bag.
That way they're safer there.
Do you want me to just put it in group? I think it's in the group, in the party.
And then he'd make like a Nickelback song reference, like, I like the shards inside my butt.
That's my favorite Nickelback
Are they the ion stones?
No.
Okay.
Although I did collect some of the slotty stones from our first fight. I think I got like 3 of them for the weapon.
Yeah, I don't have the stones themselves in the inventory.
The memory shells.
Yeah.
Somebody has them, because I made them.
Buckenwald, may I hold
Maybe.
that antimatter rifle that we have in our bag of holding?
Skeel has the antimatter rifle.
Oh, he does. Okay, we need to go find Skeel then. We have to go to the college first.
Oh no, I bet Skeel would have. Skeel didn't take the bag of holding with him. He left it there. So we'll say Linnaeus, because you guys didn't have the bag of holding in the astral plane. You couldn't take it with you. Skeel was guarding it with your stuff. We'll say Linnaeus presents the bag of holding to you guys while you're in here talking and says, oh, by the way, here's your stuff.
Okay.
That was left.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna grab the antimatter rifle real quick. I'm not gonna use it. I just kind of want to heft it and see. It has like a counter on it, doesn't it? That says how many are in it.
Yes.
How many are in it? Is it like 10,
6.
3, 6?
I don't know who has those.
I'm gonna add 3 more to it from where we were in that battle, and I removed them after.
Okay, so since it's been a while, I'll just describe it again. The antimatter rifle kind of looks like a long-scoped machine gun from the original Halo. You know, like the battle rifle, how it had kind of like the... It looks like that, at least in my head. And it's got the little counter on it, like a digital display that shows how many shots is in it. Mm-hmm. Each slotty control crystal that you pull out of the slot is 1 shot. So as you take this thing, you kind of open it up a little bit the way you would load bullets into like a shotgun or something. It cracks that way. And you feed the crystals in to like a little munchy, like, and it grinds them up.
Crunches them, yeah.
Yeah, like grinds them up into dust. And after it cranks through, there's like a little crank that you use. The number flips up by 1. So you crank all 3 of these in here and bring it up to 9.
Excellent.
Linnaeus has food. He's like, at this point in your guys' conversation, since you guys are kind of just taking a short rest here, I imagine, or not a short rest. You don't need a short rest.
No, we need a long rest.
Yeah, well, Xoasin, actually, you guys are fine, because Bucky is hurt. He needs a long rest.
I'm not fine at all.
I'm at 76 out of 104.
Well, what I'm saying is you guys, that was your astral forms. You guys are back in your regular forms, which I think actually, I don't even think the curse would follow with that. I think you guys would just be at full hit points.
I wouldn't be because I was live there.
Yes.
I'm going to hit heal, though.
Don't do long rest, just do heal.
Yeah, when I hit heal, nothing happens. Do I have to put a number in?
Yes.
For what, short rest?
No, just heal on the D&D Beyond thing.
On the D&D Beyond thing.
Oh, he's on the D&D.
There's a heal damage thing there.
Yeah, but we have to change it here, so how much are you going to heal yourself for?
Or
how?
76 to 104, so 28.
How are you healing yourself?
Oh no, it's just the fact that I'm.
He's saying that
body.
we are fully healed now.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because our astral forms were.
So I was just trying to get back to 104.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotta get back.
I'm back to 153.
You're a fucking such a tank. I will revel in taking you down in the final battle. Whoever you guys decide to
Hell
fight is your
yeah.
final battle.
I'll
literally
take you down
have first, Ptyrl.
I literally have
would doubt
almost
it.
half the hit points that he does. All right. Brandon, where did you put those crystals? Are they in the...
I might not have made them.
Oh, I don't think you
The
did.
way I did them in, if you go to the journals and then player handouts, IBQCO memory shards, you can share that. That has all 3 of the memory shard descriptions and pictures with it.
Oh, okay.
So
I
that's
knew
where
they were
I had them
around
that I was
somewhere.
reading. Yeah. I was gonna do each individual crystal in a description, but I figured I wasn't gonna double tip.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I
fine.
get in the weeds with like wanting to do all this little nitpicky stuff, and then I forget the overall shit. So I'm trying to pace
I'll
myself.
give you some overall shit.
Gross.
Throw it at you. Like a monkey.
Exceptionally gross. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I will,
Okay, so he has told you, Professor Linnaeus has told you that he can in fact get you into Wraithmore, and he extends upon it a little bit. And he says, we know that Wraithmore, your Wraithmore, was based off of the Crystal City and Orkin Ray, as far as how it's protected. They're both prison cities, basically. Wraithmore is more constructed, whereas the Crystal City is just you go in there, you get dropped off, and it's walled off, and you're stuck in there. It's like a prison city. Wraithmore is more constructed. There's cells, things like that. But the basic idea of how to get in and out the illegal way is the same. And he feels confident that he can get you guys in that way. But it's not quiet.
It's probably better that we somehow get to the king to give him the memory shards to implicate Ibicuccio.
He tells you that he is willing to send somebody in your stead to deliver a message to the king if you'd like. He's, as one of the professors at the Mages College, he's well enough connected that he could make some, he could pull some strings, as it were, and get something happening.
Boys, what we could do is quote-unquote negotiate for our quote-unquote surrender.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're chasing us.
But only if... Well, I mean, are they? Because didn't you all kind
They
of
might be.
hide
we
away?
did kind of slip out of town.
I know that Tegan took the fall for you guys, but...
They didn't try to arrest us, though, when we were visible.
I think if we would have stuck around, we could have been arrested.
You were told to not leave town.
Oh.
That was the last that you'd heard, and then you left town. You were told you weren't... This was by Captain or Major Yersin now. You were told that you weren't under arrest, but to not leave town.
Yeah.
And, you guys
And we
left.
said, fuck you, Yersin.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, Yersin, shut up. And I threw a cigarette on his carpet.
My carpet. Wasn't it
More
his Meemaw's
garbage.
carpet, I think?
My cabbages!
Meemaw's carpet.
All right. So, I mean, technically speaking, you guys are fugitives now. More than likely.
That's true.
So so your plan is we negotiate our surrender and then...
Be able to speak to the king,
Surrender?
I believe that if we surrender to Yersin, or you guys surrender to Yersin, I don't have to do shit. But if you... But if you surrender to Yersin... Ooh, and I could pretend to be one of the guards.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Bringing you guys in.
But,
We can trust Yersin, I believe. From everything that I've gathered about you guys over time, we can trust Yersin. I think he's out for you guys. I would say that if anybody were able to get a message to the king, it could be Yersin.
well, part of the negotiation for our surrender would be that we're not taken to the brig or dungeon immediately. and that we are allowed to at least say our piece, since we've done so much for the country of Pyrrha as their
And the king
special
himself.
detachment.
But it also depends on what Ibecusio will allow you to do.
Buckenwald speaks up at this also, and he says,
Yuck!
he says, we do have an inn with Bail, the councilwoman in Ellisbury as well, my patron.
True.
And he bares his fangs.
I have an in with her
don't
too.
like dealing with vampires.
I also have an in with the guards of the king, the king's personal guard.
You do know one of the guards.
Let's be honest. We've all had it in with Bail once or twice.
Blah.
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 I won't stand for this.
All right. So we have several avenues, it sounds like. I think
Oh wait, there's one pack left. We could wait till tomorrow.
I think it could go any which way, to be honest. We don't necessarily have to surrender ourselves if we can contact the snake woman that Ptyrl had slept with. Also, if we could get Xoasin by himself. He is a man of honor. So you guys leaving town might have pissed off his morality a bit. But
Hang on a minute. What? I have a question. I forgot about this already. I don't remember if it's been addressed. What happened to my Medusa?
Oh, she got a job.
Okay.
I don't know. I forgot about her. She's not here. She was... Oh, no. Whenever you guys went through the teleport into the major city and Linnaeus's people, swooped up upon you guys, I mentioned that they led the Medusa away. So if you ask where she is, they say that she went to the Elemental Embassy in town. And she is currently staying there.
So yes, what route would you guys like to take?
Linnaeus says, he interrupts you guys at this point, and he says, however, whatever you decide, this ritual, I would like you guys to stay, at least for this ritual that I'm doing, stay in town for this ritual. You don't have to be here for it.
Okay, Xoasin.
Oh no. I think that I will be finding out some interesting information with this. I'm hoping to, about some world events going on that I think you would be helpful with. And perhaps, maybe, depending on what I find, I could convince you to give up on what you're currently doing and perhaps go to Marathas instead, if the fate of the world is more important than the life of one Farlamin-Morlé. Hoot hoot.
I hold them in equal
Well, if the
regards.
fate of the world hangs in the balance, then we should just jailbreak Tegan and take him with us to Marathas, because no one would follow us there.
I don't
we can
know
clear
if
our names later.
I don't know if the fate of the world hangs in the balance, but in my experience as a diviner, the fate of the world always hangs in the balance. It's a very thin thread that the fate of the world hangs upon.
It's the Grim.
Well, here's the thing. I don't want to give up on Tegan, even if the fate of the world hangs in the balance. We should be able to at least jailbreak him and take him with us.
Tonight, there's
I can't leave him behind.
Tonight there's going to be a divination.
So maybe we should just take that route, if that is the case.
I think we should wait until after this ritual and see what information we gather.
I have a place within town you can stay, is what I was leading it to. There's a few places you can choose to stay.
I would also like to point out that Linnaeus said that breaking Tegan out will be a flashy thing.
Yeah.
Oh, stuff will explode everywhere.
We also have... So the world events, if we may take stock in, we have the spores controlling the queen. we have the Sladi, who we have discovered. Did we discover the thing that we had talked about with the Dorism, Brandon?
That they have a crush on every boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you guys did discover that the Slod basically are at the heart of Dorism, the universal religion that has been sweeping the nations.
And because of that, they have placed themselves in high places of power.
Yes. High religious places of power.
Yes.
Are you taking stock of all this stuff out loud? Like
yes.
Where Linnaeus... Okay.
Yes.
Linnaeus, at this point, chirps up and he says, the Temple of Dorism, they haven't got a foothold here because we tend to worship Bacab, but if you go to Steelin, they're everywhere.
Bacab? Don't we have something from Bacab that we haven't figured out yet?
Xoasin? Yes, Xoasin, way back in the day, had a run-in with Bacab, but wasn't sure that he was Bacab, so he took no solace from him.
Yes, I passed it up.
Also, he's an atheist.
No, didn't we have an item that had Bacab's stuff on it?
Yes.
And we couldn't figure it out?
Xoasin figured it out. He just didn't
Oh.
share it with the party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yes, actually, if you want to gather around the finger. Was it the finger?
No, I think it was a dice box.
No, what you
sort.
had found was... You guys just don't metagame this, because you've had this for a while, Xoasin. You found, like, a box that had the Elven Kingdom's message of surrender to the king on it. Like a magical box that projected a hologram of the main Elven general saying, "My name is such and such, blah, 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 I surrender." Anyway, the box is a magical jar that held the soul of that, or held the soul of a powerful magical caster in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you have, and that has Bacab markings all over it. You also have the robes of the Archmage, which I think you're wearing right now.
Yep.
Those have Bacab symbols all over them as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the box won't help us in this regard. May help us at a later date if we get an audience with Lord Interrog.
Yeah, this is like an old surrender from like when Interrog was still taking over Pyrrha.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a very old spirit, very old soul in there.
Well, I say we go and get some rest and check on Skeel.
Agreed.
I have a couple different places you can stay. I can get you a room at the Smiling Sweetheart if you'd like. The premier tavern in all of Helens, if I do say so myself. It's fantastic. Hoot hoot. They don't serve mice, unfortunately, but if you know where to look, wink, you can find them.
Say no more.
I can also get you there's a
Smiling Sweetheart.
I would think
Smiling
that
Sweetheart?
going
Alright.
somewhere other than the Smiling Sweetheart would be best, because if there happens to be a search party and they do happen to come here, first place they'd look is somewhere upscale.
Point of order, they won't come here. We're right in the middle of Avran, which is where Orkenray is. So here is on another continent.
Yeah, so you've got Avran, which has Orkenray here, Ironid here, like this. And there's like a big old crater in the center.
I beak palm. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Quack.
Smiling Sweetheart just sounds fantastic.
All right, so you've got the Smiling Sweetheart. He says, just for clarification, there's also one of our other professors is very interested to meet you. His name is Professor Grizzlewort. He teaches transmutation and is very excited when he heard that you were coming and said that he'd heard good things about you. So he has a small cabin he said you can stay at as well, so I've got the key to that. if you'd like to stay in a small cabin on the college grounds.
Ooh.
As long as it's not in the woods.
Actually, that might be even better.
There are trees around, but it's not the woods. There's some trees. I mean, it's within the city walls.
Professor, how? Oh God. How is the undead training grounds progressing? I believe we also discovered that the new professor may have issue controlling them because they have been infected with spores.
Oh, hoot hoot hoot! Thalios, the necromancy professor,
Yes.
was able to put down the two giants, Fissure and Strena.
Mm-hmm.
Straya, one of those two, was able to put them down. Unfortunately, his assistants had to sacrifice their life to seal them back up. But they are sealed back up. However, the Corpse Meadows as a place still works. If any of you are interested in necromancy and want to take a look around and get yourself some bodies while you're here, you can in the Corpse Meadows. I'm sure nobody's going to object to it. If you're talented enough wizard to summon dead bodies, then nobody's going to object to you taking a couple. You just want to be careful within city limits. As far as having undead following you around, give him a hat, a disguise, or a mask or something. And he reaches into his pack and he pulls out like a wooden mask that's just like a basic 2 eyes and a mouth. And he says, any undead in the city, typically people put these on as like a point of order so you don't see one of your loved ones' rotting faces walking around. Hoot hoot.
Fair enough.
Well, good. I'm glad that Thalos was able to get that under control.
Yes.
Well, then, the cabin or the smiling sweetheart companions? What are you feeling?
I think the cabin, we have more privacy in order to formulate plans as well as meet up with anyone that needs to meet with us.
I agree.
Concurred. I'm Bucky. It's fine with me.
I like basketball.
Nickelback.
Pickle basketball. All right. I don't know why he likes basketball. Just strikes me as a basketball boy. So he gives you a key. It's a very rustic-looking stone. No, let's make it metal. It's a rustic-looking metal key, big, about this big. Looks like it's to a big front door. And he says, "Some of my students can lead the way if you'd like to. It's going to be a couple days before I get prepared to do any of this. So what I would recommend you guys do is take some rest, investigate the city if you want to. I can send somebody with some information here tomorrow telling you about places you can go in the city if there's anything you're interested in."
Well, thank you.
What's the professor's name for the cabin?
Grizzlewort.
The crimes of Grizzlewort.
Yeah, I used ChatGPT to like help populate some of these professors because I did one for each school of magic, and some of the schools of magic have multiple professors per school. So some of the names they gave me I wasn't happy with, like Linnaeus I chose. It's like an Easter egg to something else. But Feather Whistle was a ChatGPT thing, and I think it's a little on the nose for an elf-folk. But I don't know, maybe on the nose is cute. Who knows?
I like it.
Grizzlewort was another one that was like, because he's a goblin. Grizzlewort's a pretty goblin-y name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Or Bugbear.
Grizzlewort. I'm Grizzlewort.
Well, Linnaeus, I appreciate your hospitality, Professor. You've been a great help.
I have a
do
gift
need
for
to-
you.
Oh, really?
For all of you. It's a gift to share.
Uh-oh.
I added the key to my inventory, by the way.
Okay.
Key.
Key added to inventory.
Key acquired.
Right up the inventory slot. Alright, who wants it? He holds up an owl mask.
Oh, I'll take that
yeah.
shit.
what the others were wearing. And this is like, if you remember the picture, I'll go ahead and share it one more time. This isn't like just a mask that goes over your...
It's form-fitting, right? It morphs to your face.
It's like a whole fucking... Like, imagine a... I'm trying to find the right words here. Yeah, like a helmet almost. Like a Chuck E. Cheese mascot helmet. But it's an owl mask.
Excellent.
Except it's not that big. It's slightly bigger than your head. But he hands it to you. So it's all-encompassing. It's like a helmet. It's got owl eyes.
I'll immediately thunk that thing onto my head.
You thunk it on, and it's fucking crazy. You see ghosts everywhere, my friend.
Really?
Ghosts, especially flying around Linnaeus. It looks like you see like these ghostly threads around everybody, and you look and you see them connected to yourself as well, almost in the points that a marionette puppet would be. And you can't tell as you kind of look around wide-eyed through this mask whether you, Xoasin, talking to Buckenwald, whether he's pulling the strings or something ethereal is pulling the strings, and all of this is connected, and who knows what's happening.
My God,
Yes.
Are these the threads of fate?
It's a mask of true sight. All of my students can see into the beyond. It's part of learning the fates of realities. As long as that mask is worn, you will see the fates of reality. You will see true sight. You can see things that are invisible. You can see things that are on the other planes.
So these are the coming from us. These are the threads of fate. Then I would assume.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Trippy, right?
Very trippy.
No
wonder you're a little crazy.
I begrudgingly plunk it over top of my bird head.
All right, you see
It's
the
on
same
my
thing.
head, motherfucker.
Are you gonna take it off of him?
Hell no.
Oh. I thought he was saying he was giving us each one.
Oh no, you guys have one. Unfortunately, because I thought it would be too powerful to give all of you true seeing at the same time.
Linnaeus.
I have my own bird face. I am
While wearing the jeweled owl mask, you're under the effects of a true seeing spell.
Whoa.
I just got true seeing cast on me.
Wild.
Fuck yeah.
But you look kind of ridiculous in an owl helmet.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
I've dressed up as worse.
Well, but no one can see that beautiful face.
Well,
that charming smile and those winks that have gotten you so far in conversation.
Now, Ailas, repeat after me.
Listen, hold on. It's tough.
Hoot.
Hoot. It's tough being beautiful, Xoasin. I can tell you that from experience.
Oh, I know. You don't have to tell me. I'm an Eladrin myself.
Oh, this is the first time you guys have Eladrined out together.
There's never been an ugly Eladrin born
Xoasin,
on this planet.
Do you ever come out of winter?
I'll be right back.
No. Oh, never.
Really? Because, I mean, we can change that every long rest.
Yeah, no, I never come out of winter.
To be perfectly honest, I never come out of autumn either.
It's a side effect of the time I spent in the blood fields of Ishtar.
Oh, so you have no more control?
I wouldn't say that, although it's been so long since I've tried, I may not.
Interesting. I've heard of Eladrin choosing a season and sticking with it so long that they can no longer come out of it.
It may be the case with me, I'm not sure.
I will say that it does make for a dull boy. I at least try to change my season once every couple of months.
You're a married man, Ailas. Are you flirting with me?
Yes, I flirt with everybody.
You scamp. Turning us all bisexual. I must go. We need to hit this cabin. I need a rest.
Yeah, you do. Smack your ass.
Hey! That owl mask does not give you true sight of my booty as well.
I'm sorry, consent is important. Brandon, you missed a very good exchange.
Yeah, sorry. I always miss the good conversations while I'm peeing when you guys are like filling time and talking and stuff.
Yeah, you'll have to watch that one back. That was a good one.
Yeah, it's one of my big regrets. Okay, so you guys are going to go to the cabin, and that's where I will upload that thing. And I'll get you guys to the cabin, and that's where we will end for tonight.
Yeah, I just want to take a long rest and call
Same.
it a night.
I need to get rid of my fucking curse.
Yeah.
Curses.
Look at the table.
Yes, there's sushi on it.
Yeah, do you notice there's sushi? This plate has rats with a fork because that's what Linnea
And then this one, wait, hold on, is ravioli.
Yes.
Is the sushi fresh?
Very fresh.
I'm gonna have a few bites.
I'll have some ravioli.
I'll take the.
Is it 3-cheese spinach ravioli?
Is there any other kind, batch? He says.
I'll take the basic bitch California rolls, and then we'll head out.
How are the rats today?
If you look up to the north, there's this big cage that's full of live rats. So if you want a rat, you can help yourself to one of those. He keeps them for snacks.
I pretty much eat anything. So.
Bucky's like, I just want some blood.
Oh, Bucky eats a couple rats. Bucky's getting hungry.
Yeah.
He hasn't eaten in a while.
Yeah.
He's rat hunting.
Bucky pops over and drains some rats.
How demeaning.
Rats.
Must be tough to be a vampire, Buckenwald.
Blood.
I immediately punch Xoasin in the face.
Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah.
Okay, that's what we were missing.
Yeah.
All right. Do I have the map?
No.
The map. I've got to have the map.
The map.
I've got to have the map, right? The map, guys.
It's the map, guys.
Guys, I know I got to have the map somewhere.
While wearing this jeweled owl mask, you are under the effects of a true seeing spell. Do I have a true sight thing? No.
I don't know if it does it automatically. It might. You have to cast it.
No, it cast it. That's what that sound was.
Yeah, it did. I saw it on the map. It was wild looking.
Like that.
Yeah, you do. If you hover over you. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Oh, that was just a spell activating. Okay.
Yeah, I just clicked the mask.
Alright, I will have to do the cabin next time because I don't have the right map, I guess.
Actually, I'm going to also save. I'm going to prepare my spells. I'm going to change up some of them before we leave the cabin after we've taken our long rest, just so I can be more prepared for our next go around.
Yeah, so basically you guys are going to be long resting and having a couple of days in the city to figure out what you want to do. So Linnaeus is a dead end for a few days while he does this ritual. So there's other people you guys can investigate if you want to. If you want to try to like rush, you can wait a couple of days and just dick off in the city until Linnaeus is done and then continue with him is an option as well. This cabin, wherever you guys chose, I was going to have as kind of your base of operations. Just to decide what you want to do next. So that's what this cabin will be. The cabin is on college grounds. It's up to the north of the cabin. Or up to the north of the city.
How do I long rest?
You have to do it in Discord or.
Discord.
Well, I'll do
There's
it for
another
you here.
Yeah, there's another way to do it in here, and it is the tent icon. Yes.
Yeah, tent icon.
And click rest.
Where's the tent icon?
Tent icon.
I got yours, man.
I know,
Making
but I
the
just wanted
snow
to see it
fucking
for
huge.
Oh yeah.
future.
If you open up the character sheet on the top right-hand side, next to your 16 to the left, there's a star,
Actors.
a long rest, and a short rest.
16.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Unless-
Controls. No. How do I
Unless-
open mine? Just double click my name or?
Yeah, double-click your character.
16. Why is he 16?
Who?
Xoasin.
16.
I haven't leveled up in a while, or maybe I.
Oh no, you over leveled by a level.
Yeah.
Oh, one level. Whoops.
Yeah, I just I noticed that, but I figured it'd be more of a pain in the ass to reverse him, so we'll just catch up.
Trust me, I'm not overpowered. Ailas can he can cast more spells than I can, higher level spells. I think I have one 6th level spell.
I have 0 6th level spells.
I have an 8th level spell. I don't have any 7th level.
What?
Mhm.
It must only give you, like, whatever class you're, it must only give you specific spells.
It does. I just didn't choose a 7th level spell. There
yeah,
wasn't
since
anything.
7th level is to cast, to upcast then.
Yeah.
I have, in my Baldur's Gate 3 game, one of my magic users, I think Gale, I do that with one of his spell slots. I don't remember. I have no spell slots in it. It's just to upcast my summoning
Nice.
spells.
That's cool.
Probably not ideal. Like, you go online and you read, like, okay, how do I get through this Baldur's Gate fight? Because I've had a couple fights like that. And then you read, and it's like, well, of course, at this point, you should have X, Y, and Z. And your stats should be this, and you should be level Y. And I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh to all of that.
Hey, speaking of Baldur's Gate 3, did you, when you were in the underground traders at Joachim's Rest or whatever, did you ever make it over to that secret room and unlock the chest and get the, it was like armor or something that was legendary, and it said something about enhancing your conjuration, where like if you conjure a demon, it gets like some sort of crazy plus?
No.
I have it. It's nuts, but I don't know how to conjure demons yet, so... Because I
that's
haven't
awesome.
leveled Gale into conjuration. I need to.
I just learn, if I get a new spell scroll, Gale learns it first.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Yeah, hell yeah.
if I get 2, the next one's to use. But the first one always goes to Gale learning it, because I want him to know every possible spell.
Yeah, I think the only thing with... I think Gale's the only one of mine who can learn spells. All the rest of my guys a sorcerer, and everyone else
Yeah,
is
you have to
different.
be a wizard to scribe spells.
Huh.
So yeah, that's where we'll end it here, guys.
All right, cool.
All
Thanks
right.
for playing.
I'm trying to figure out
Very well.
how this works.
Well, hold on before you say anything
Yeah.
else. Let me go ahead and
Cancel the stream.
everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Enjoy the sushi and the ravioli.
We will.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Although I think it was just Meaty who was in the chat. But whatever. we had somebody for a hot second, then I had to restart the stream and they left. So whatever. You can always go and rewatch this on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. No, we're not on Amazon Prime. They can't hear you, Brandon. They can't hear you. But yeah, like and subscribe, do all that shit. We're at 113, which isn't bad for not having any kind of an audience. So I'll take it. Yeah, 113 on YouTube. Yeah, we're over 100. But make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you get notified when we go live. And we will catch you guys in the next episode. Keep your clubs blunt and your tusks sharp. Good night.